Is that a picture of me? What is this place? Let us look around.
Oh my, you're here. I was beginning to lose hope. What? No, not you, you frustrating fuzzball. Him. Get out of the way. Inigo, is it really you? Or am I dreaming?
That is my name, and let me tell you this. If you insult my friend again, I will be forced to harm you. Do we have an understanding?
My apologies. I am often too terse for my own good. I mean nothing by it, I assure you.
Okay, my friend here is the legendary Dragonborn. She deserves your respect.
I see. Well, I'm sure you make quite the team, Inigo, but it's you who I've been seeking all these years. I'm so glad you're still alive.
Who are you? Why have you been seeking me?
My name is Langley. Langley Longseer to some. Dear boy, I have much to tell you. How did you find me?
I started to get brief, painful visions a while ago. They showed me flashes of this place. And you. I also felt a nasty tugging sensation.
Ha! The spell works. Not quite as was intended, but it got you here in the end. I was about ready to string that conjuration mage up by his toes.
You summoned me? I have to tell you, your spell needs work.
I've been trying to locate you for quite some time. I even traveled to Riverhold. I found your parents shortly after they died, gods rest their souls. Oh dear, you do know about that, don't you?
They were killed protecting a trading caravan. I heard. You were there?
Yes. I am so sorry for your loss. For all your losses. In a way, I've been traveling with you. Just a step behind.
Did my mother and father die well?
They met their end with dignity. I was the one who found them, and I made sure they had a fine burial. They died holding hands.
Why were you there? Were you looking for me even then?
I had hoped they could lead me to you. I continued to track you for years. Then the trail went cold, after I found your brother.
You found Fergus? How? Have you always been hiding in my past, haunting every step I take? Why? I do not know you. What do you want from me?
I have come to know you very well. I am your friend, Inigo. Perhaps the greatest friend you have. We are destined to work together.
I already have the only friend I need.
You don't understand. There's a great evil coming. I don't know when exactly, but it is close. I've seen it in my dreams. You are there too. You are the champion destined to destroy the Doomstrider.
What are you talking about? The Doomstrider?
Yes, the very avatar of destruction and death. The demon that has plagued my dreams for decades.
I need to sit down.
Take a seat, rest, and I'll tell you all I know. I've been keeping a note of everything.
I am sorry, my friend. I need a moment. My legs are a little wobbly all of a sudden.
Go and sit down. It is a lot to take in, I know. Make no mistake, Inigo. You are safe here. You both are. Inigo and I have much to discuss. I don't wish to be rude, but perhaps it's best if you leave us to it for a bit. In fact, if you could do something for me, I'd be most grateful. Inigo may trust you, but I don't know you at all, and I'd rather speak to him alone for a bit. Much of what I have to say is personal. If you're half the friend he thinks you are, I'm sure you understand. I'm not asking you to go very far, I just need you to get something for me. Eggs. Eggs! You know, birds lay them. Snow thrush eggs, to be precise. 6 should do the trick. They often boost my visions, allowing me to see further into the future. If Inigo is here, then maybe the Doomstrider is finally preparing to strike. We must be ready. Search up high, and try not to fall off anything. Well done, you got the eggs. Very good. What? I didn't need eggs, I just needed you out of the house for a bit so we could talk. Keep them. Turn them into an omelette for all I care. Anyway, Inigo and I have had a bit of a chat, and he's persuaded me that you can be trusted. It seems we three are in this together. I've given him my notes, and I'm sure he'll let you read through everything. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Maybe you should talk to Inigo first, though.
Good job getting those eggs, my friend. This Langley fellow may be a bit rude and gruff, but he's on our side. He gave me these. He found my father's journal, can you believe it? He also gave me 2 books he's written about his search for me. They contain a lot of information about how important I am. They are very good books, but also sad. Apparently, I have my own prophecy. If you want to hear more about it, I'll tell you what I know. Langley says we are going to save the world. That is, of course, unless you think we have something better to do. It is still a little tender. Oh, that reminds me. You should ask Langley about the summon spell that has been causing my mind vibrations. He has a spare copy. Maybe he will let you give it a go. My mind is not keen on the idea, but I think a spell like that could be useful, my friend. Those items on the shelves Langley salvaged from my past bring back some good memories. I will tell you what I know.
Ridiculous.
Okay, the Inigo Prophecy. Somewhere out there in the world, there is a very nasty being gathering its strength. If left unchecked, it will grow until its evil influence burns away all that is good in this world. It has appeared in Langley's dreams for many years, often as a gigantic figure striding through the land, leaving nothing but pain, anguish, and death in its wake. He calls it the Doomstrider. In the same dream, he sometimes sees a handsome blue Khajiit defeat the menace with his help. He calls this fellow the Champion. That is me, my friend. Much of Langley's prophecy is hazy, and he says that sometimes his dreams show more than one possible outcome. But now he and I have finally met, he believes we stand a good chance of preventing much suffering. He is interesting. Ever since I appeared in his dreams, he has been looking for me. All he knew in the beginning was that the champion was Khajiit, avoided death at an early age, and had blue fur. He finally heard about a remote village among the shifting sands of elsewhere that ritualistically sacrifices any child born among their number whose fur is blue. He deduced that the champion was likely a blue child from this village that somehow escaped their fate. He set off in search of the village, but on the way he found Riverhold and heard about me. This was a few years after Fergus and I left to find our fortune though, so he began tracking us. Along the way he heard tales about my brother and I. He even collected mementos from our endeavors. You can see a few of them over there on those shelves by the chest. After finding Fergus lying among the remains of our camp, he lost track of me. The years went by, and he grew weary. He eventually returned here, and employed a group of adventurers to continue the search for me, and to look for any signs of the Doomstrider. He also paid a conjuration mage to concoct a summon Inigo spell. My mind vibrations were the result of him trying unsuccessfully to use the spell. Langley has dreams that often come true. He usually foresees the beginning, the middle, or the end of a future event, but never all three. So he may know that a man at the market will get into a fight, but he won't know why. Or he will see a dead man at the market but not know how he died. To make matters worse, he sometimes sees 2 or more possible endings. Until we met, he couldn't be sure that we ever would. He is understandably relieved. What would you like to know? We wait for Langley to receive more information either from his sources or his dreams. When he hears something new, he will let us know. He will use the summon spell to vibrate my mind again. My mind is not looking forward to it. What details can I help you with? Like all Khajiit, my physical characteristics were probably determined by the moons at my birth. I seem to be the product of a very rare celestial alignment that only occurs briefly, every few hundred years or so. In the backward village where I was born, a blue child was seen as a bad moon omen. I would have been sacrificed if my birth mother had not smuggled Fergus and I away. We were not identical, but we were twins. Perhaps his life was forfeit by association. Whatever the case, I like to think that my birth mother could not bear the idea of separating us. I can only guess that there was enough time between our births for the moons to shift. Langley thinks the alignment that produced me may only last for a few moments. I am incredibly unique, my friend. Not much, I'm afraid. Langley is the man to ask about that. All I know is that I am destined to fight whatever or whoever it is. I hope you will be at my side when the time comes, my friend. Of course, I will do my best to keep this from interfering with my debt to you. It warms my heart to hear you say that, my friend. With your help, I know I can finally put some good back into this world. They are called In Search of a Champion and Da Vinci's Journal. My father wrote the journal, and Langley wrote In Search of a Champion. Langley's books contain the story of his search for me, and a few tales about Fergus and I. The journal is my father's personal account of our upbringing. In my opinion, the books are informative and quite moving. What would you like to know? Okay. The witches those skulls belonged to were very energetic. Removing their heads slowed them down. Blow-Aft's club still smells a little. He was the most odorsome giant I have ever put an end to. That helmet up there was only a little harder than the head of its owner. Luckily, the neck beneath it was quite soft. This place smells safe and fascinating.
Idea. Upon transformation, werewolves temporarily absorb any apparel and items they were carrying into some kind of second stomach. Disgusting.
You want to talk? What's next?
I must warn you, I'm recording this conversation for posterity. If you must. The Inigo prophecy. Yes. What do you want to know? Oh dear, I don't have time for that. Inigo knows a fair bit, and you have those books I gave him, if you know how to read. You look fairly learned, but appearances can be deceptive. If you want someone to explain information to you that you already have written down, ask Inigo. I suppose. What can I tell you about them? Yes, I discovered my love of art in the Imperial City. Now I mainly use my talents to depict what I see in my dreams. I paint them as soon as I wake up. I find that locking a dream in place in the form of a picture often lends further insight. I make my own. I mix various ingredients with a little oil to create paint. And I've discovered a skeever's tail makes quite a decent brush. Unorthodox, but functional. The ability to improvise is useful when one is so far from civilization. I suppose. I'm an intelligent and very complex man. Try being more specific. I'm a native of Skyrim, but I moved to Cyrodiil in my teens. I had a talent for magic, and I was packed off to the Imperial City on an apprenticeship. I never joined a guild or anything. I received my training from an angry little man called Barton Barrius. Bit of a pyromaniac, but a decent sort really. He never used his powers against humans, wouldn't hear of it, but he enjoyed burning everything else. Anyway, he taught me a great deal about destruction magic, alchemy, and even how to hone my visions. He imbued in me a thirst for knowledge, and I soon began researching a variety of subjects outside the discipline of magic. When I returned to Skyrim, I traveled the hills, making gold by predicting the weather for farmers and such. But my main focus soon became science. I write and I experiment. I research and observe. I spend my days mapping out theories and ideas that strengthen humanity's intellectual grasp. I may not be very well known here, but my studies have earned me good standing among certain more rational factions of society. I suppose. It's rubbish. Tosh. Hardly works at all. All it seems to do is give poor Inigo vague directions to the summoner, and a headache. I followed the instructions dutifully. There's no reason it shouldn't work. No one knows Inigo better than I do. The conjuration mage who created the spell told me that as long as I was Inigo's true friend, I should be able to get it to work. It's clearly broken. I'm the greatest ally Inigo has. Oh, I'm sure you know him a little, but I've been studying him for decades. No, if the spell doesn't work for me, it won't work for anyone. Isn't that right, Inigo?
I think you should let her try it.
Exactly. What? Why?
Langley, I am sure we are great allies in the making, but my friend here and I have a more immediate bond.
What do you mean? Oh, I didn't realize you were an item.
Not that kind of bond. We have traveled together. We have enjoyed sharing our views on many subjects. We have fought bravely side by side. I have placed my life in her hands. What I'm trying to say is, we are friends. Go on, hand over a copy of the spell. I am the only one who will suffer if it goes wrong.
I see. I won't argue with you, even though it's a waste of time. I will do as you ask.
Thank you. What is the worst that can happen?
You don't want to know. If we're going to do this, we must be scientific. Inigo, you stay here, and your friend and I will go outside. Once we're on the path, I'll give you the spell, and you can try unsuccessfully to teleport Inigo to us. Stare vacantly if you understand.
Good luck, my friend. I will wait and brace myself.
Okay, you can quit the vacant gazing routine now. Come on, we should head outside and get this over with. Right, let's get started. Here is the spell. Inconceivable! Just you wait, I bet your hands explode when you cast it. What? How did you do that?
Whoa! It worked! I am outside!
I don't know what to say.
Let us test its range. Try to place me farther away. Do it again. That felt good. My friend, that was wonderful. Did you see? One moment I was inside, casually not tasting Langley's cooking, then whoosh! I saw your face, and I was out here. It was amazing. It feels good. No mind vibrations at all. It is like a brief warm embrace, followed by a pleasant floaty sensation. There is something else. When you summoned me, I felt like I had a choice. That I could choose not to go if I didn't want to. This is a fantastic tool, my friend. I knew you could do it. You are outstanding.
Observation. The subject seems to be physically unaffected by the spell. He is, however, exhibiting poor character judgment.
You are a funny fellow, Langley. Poor character judgment my tale. My friend here did a fantastic job getting the spell to work.
Note, the subject is clearly delusional.
The subject does not sound nearly as good as the champion. Did I offend you in some way? I hope not. Without you, we never would have gained such a wonderful spell. I hope you know we are grateful for all you have done.
It's not you, Inigo. It's her. The spell shouldn't work with just anyone. It was supposed to form a link between us. This idiot broke it.
I think that maybe the spell works because of the link my friend and I already share. You should not take it personally. We three are a team now. We need each other and should not be fighting amongst ourselves.
You and I are a team. All this moron can do is collect eggs. How useful is that going to be when we take on the Doomstrider?
That is only one of my friend's many talents. Trust me, you could not wish for a more worthy ally.
We shall see. I hope you're right. I'm getting cold. I think I'll head inside. Feel free to make yourself at home and stay as long as you like. When you leave, I'll be sure to contact you with my lesser version of the spell if I hear anything new.
Thank you, Langley. I am glad we finally met.
I am too. I can see you're every bit the champion this world needs. I'll see you soon. I'm sorry if I spoke out of turn earlier. I'm sure you don't mean to be annoying. Yes, I agree. Please don't take anything I say to heart. I know I can be insufferable at times. Right. Goodbye for now.
I am glad you are giving Langley a chance, my friend. I believe he means well, even if he is not very good at showing it. I do not blame you. He is quite a character. But accepting his apology helped smooth things over, I think. Anyway, we solved the mystery of my vibrating brain, and you got a powerful new spell. A spell they do not teach at any college, I'll wager. I am still trying to digest everything Langley told me. There is a lot to sort through. For now, we get on with our lives until he contacts us again. I have a feeling we are at the beginning of a fantastic adventure, my friend. If you do not mind, when we have a moment, I would like to discuss something with you. Remind me next time we are seated somewhere safe. Langley's house would be a bad idea, though. What I want to discuss concerns him. Good. It is not a pressing issue, just something I would like to hear your opinion on. I am thinking I am relieved we got to the bottom of my mind problem. I'm thinking this is a beautiful location. It must be hard to get supplies out here, though.
Something I can get for you? Sure thing. It's yours for it. I'll show you to your room.
These sands are cold, but
Anything you
Khajiit feels
need,
warmness
just
from your
holler.
presence. Then let us
Let me
continue.
know if there's anything
Speak to
else
me.
you need.
Go ahead, ask away. Good idea. You should take a break too. You deserve it. It has been good adventuring by your side. I am glad I got to fight some spiders with you. A certain something. They are fantastic. Do you not enjoy the noises they make when you hit them? I am glad you agree. It is good we have so much in common. Anyway, I just wanted to make it clear that I am always ready for some spider smashing. Good. Did you want to talk about something else? My friend, do you mind if I ask you something? Okay. Langley is a very interesting man. He knows a lot about me, and there is a great deal of evidence that his visions usually come to pass. All that said, we have only just met him. In your heart of hearts, do you think we can trust him? It is hard to tell what those other motives could be. I want to believe he is our ally, but your opinion is important to me. I do think that he is mostly good, but perhaps we should be wary just in case. I appreciate your insight, my friend. There is something else I am compelled to mention. When you were outside getting those eggs, I told Langley about how you spared my life and my debt to you. He questioned my memory. He said my mind has been through a lot with this skooma, the grief, and the endless battles and so on. He suggested that maybe you are not the person I remember. What does Langley know anyway? He does not know you like I do. He does not know about our shared past. No, I will not entertain such a silly idea. I am not confused. I would know you anywhere. You are my friend. End of story. He is just jealous of our friendship. Pay it no mind. Anyway, that is all I wanted to say. Let us talk of other things. Yes, I have never been very good though. I enjoy writing songs, but sometimes it is more fun just making up words as I go along. Improvisation keeps the mind sharp and boredom at bay. Maybe, but nothing too serious. I would rather save my proper songs for the Bard's College. For now, anyway. Well, I know it is silly, but my songs are special to me. I would rather perform them in a special place. However, if you just want me to improvise something while we are traveling, maybe I can help you out. We will see. Do you ever get the feeling we are all part of some elaborate diversion made for some idiot's amusement? I don't. I'm thinking if you don't eat that sweet roll, I will. Yes, why not? I like it. It is cold, but my heart is never warmer than it is when I am here. What do you think of Skyrim? It's the trolls, isn't it? I do not like their odor either. I knew it. Every time I kill one, I will be happy knowing I have made Skyrim a better place for you. Hey, no problem. I will always try to help you in any way I can. I hope one day you will think of me as your greatest ally. You are still apprehensive. I understand. Hopefully I will earn your trust in time. Okay? He was my best friend. He is with the gods now if you believe in such things. Maybe he's waiting for me in the afterlife. It is nice of you to say. I hope you are right. He always said I would make something of myself. I do not wish to prove him wrong. Always. As soon as we were old enough to get into scrapes, we always had each other's backs. He was the finest swordsman I ever knew. He was outstanding. If his killers hadn't taken us unaware, he would have ended them all. You are kind. Thank you. Let's talk of other things. The smells, the sounds, the danger. It suits me very much. It feels alive. After I quit the bandits, I came to Riften looking for a way to make coin. My partner and I found a job or two, but the real bounty was the city itself. Vex turned me away when I tried to join. I tried to impress her by picking her pocket. It was a bad move. Good for thieves, not so good for everyone else. They're usually only a menace if you're rich and stupid. They have my vote, to be honest. Of course you do. You have taste and ambition. Okay. Fair enough. Goodbye from... Now.
The beds and beer are both lousy, you ask me.
Why are you looking at this one like that? There is something you need from this one, yes? Of course. What is it? You have heard of the beverage of choice in this land. Mead. Not to Bekai's taste, even the honeyed variety. The honey is fine. This one has a sweet tooth as much as any Khajiit. But the alcohol, it tastes like dirt, dries this one's tongue. It makes it difficult to swallow, and takes Bekai's breath away. Not good. And that says nothing of the effects it has on the mind, yes? Dulls the claws, makes the world spin, and then comes the vomiting. Honestly, Bekai does not see the appeal. Yes, what is it? If you must. Sarika's not much of a drinker. Do not get him wrong, he likes the taste and the way it makes him feel. But as a thief, it is just not practical. Dexterity, coordination, the subtlest of finger movements. All requirements to be a success as a pickpocket, and all skills that alcohol dulls. A strong Nord mead, while inoffensive to Sarik's nose and tongue, would perhaps make it difficult for his fingers and feet to do their job, yes? You can't trail a mark if you can't walk in a straight line, so these days, if you ever want to get a drink with Sarik, it will need to be some time when he is off the clock, yes?
Greetings. Okay, talk to you. What is on your mind?
Mr. Dragonfly is wondering how he fits into this Doomstrider business. I think he has an overinflated sense of self-importance. Accepting Langley's apology was very big of you. You showed great restraint.
If you ever want a few of my fleas, just let me know. Look at us, Tukajit, far from home, making the world a safer place. This land is lucky to have us, my friend. You're a walking bank, my friend. You could buy a few houses with all that coin and still have enough for a spider practice range. Do you ever chase your tail? You can tell me, it will go no further. We cats all have a kitten inside, I think. So what if that Daedra's dog could talk? I can walk on 2 legs, fire a bow, and talk. Do I get a treat? I'm remembering the first time I got drunk. I awoke the next day with a shaved tail and an earful of goat cheese. It was quite a night. That horrible lighthouse we explored still haunts my thoughts every now and then. I am glad we made it out of there, my friend. I was not sure we would. Whiterun owes you a debt, I think. That lovely, big, nice-smelling tree almost completely masks the local canine odor now that it's healthy again. I'm thinking that it is colder outside than it is in here. I don't molt much here in Skyrim. Do you? I used to lose much hair, but here I seem to need it more.
The Summon Inigo spell has more than a few uses. With it I can surprise enemies, get out of trouble in a hurry, and really weird people out.
So, Farkas is a werewolf. He may be a bit smelly, but he is a good shield brother. Together you destroyed many undead. I am proud of you.
Please, my friend, drop it for now. Maybe later. You want a performance review? Okay. Okay. I will list some of your attributes. Here we go. You smell of filthy dragon parts today. You are very rich. You have a big howling hairy beast within you. Keep it on a short leash. I do not want to have to break you out of a maximum security kennel. You have never done time in a cell, unlike me. You have become quite the wanderer. You are beginning to know Skyrim like the back of your hand. You own your own home. That is a big positive in my book. Let me think. Like me, you have no great talent for fighting with magic. The state of your mind may be up for debate, but your body is healthy. You are good at getting what you want out of a conversation. You are probably influencing me right now. You are strong, free, and single. Your skill with one-handed weapons is unmatched. I think I could maybe learn a thing or two from you. You were saved from the executioner's axe by the very force that now threatens this land. You could be our only hope. No pressure. You have great fashion sense. Let's see. Two-handed weapons do not seem to suit you. I feel the same way. They are heavy and cumbersome. You are not into politics. What else? You can be as quiet as a grave when you want to be. Reading broadens the mind, and what a broad mind you have. You are educated. What have I missed? Oh, I believe that you are my equal when it comes to archery. That was hard for me to say. Let us move on. Now, how do I conclude? You are unmatched in almost every area. You are a walking legend in your own time, my friend. You are inspiring. That is that. I hope you enjoyed my insight. I guess I better stand up then.
Something I can get for you? Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Thing you need? Need a room? Of course. Anything you need, just holler.
Did you want something?
The beds and beer are both lousy,
Khajiit will
you
follow.
ask me.